All right, Justice Department, Joe Biden. We want to know. Look, we got one more thing to put this on. All right, all right. Let's try this. All right, I got a question. I've been on a lot of job interviews when I was a kid, and what would you do? And I want to ask the question, like, what would you do if a person that they don't got that much experience? How would you treat him in the interview? And how, if he come on your job and he got a little challenge, how would you act? That's the question I want to ask when we. I just want to know, how would you act like in a job interview? If you interview me at an IS, how would you act towards me? But if I tell you, if I don't got that much experience and I have a challenge problem, how would you train? What would you do to make sure that I be on the team and be able to function and be able to teach me? Because everybody have different weaknesses and different things they have to understand. But if I work for you and come to your area job, how would you treat me in that interview? You too. How would you treat me in that interview? And that's what I want to know with the eyes. How would you treat me in that interview? If I'm going on a regular job and I interview and go on the job, I want to know these things. How do y'all do things? So I hope I get a feedback. How would y'all do things? And I'm gonna have to go on to say I want a feedback on Senator Ted. How would y'all act and do things? How, like, I want to see a video where y'all can be more active with disability. Like, how do y'all got disability at work at your IS? What do they do? What all of the things do y'all do? I remember when I was working at jobs and I was in school, I would like go to these different businesses and we would help out with files and shred stuff. It's different things that we would do and go to different businesses when I was at Newman Smith. So I want to know, like, we would go to different business, private business, and we would certain businesses and we would shred paper. Like, what is your thing or what you do have a disability? If somebody have a challenging problem, but they want to grow, but it's going to take time, how would you make sure that he get the best out of the experience that he worked at? Please to know. I just want to know those things. So I want to know those things. How would that is? I want to know how would that be? Can I ask that question? Can I get a feedback from y'all? Like, how would you how it is in the interview process? I really want a feedback. I really want this feedback from y'all. How do y'all act when you interviewing somebody? And how would you approach the challenges? I'm not scared to ask the questions. Get money, start the way he be a baby, he was Junior Sellers, baby legend. I'm not scared to ask the questions. How would you approach the challenges? And that's something we need to understand out of all each other because you're just not doing the same. You're learning as you go. I never, when I was with Chris, I never stayed on the same thing. So I want to know these things. I want to know, like, how would y'all treat me in the interview? Because I've been going on interviews since I was 14. And I never gave up on nothing. So I want to know, how would y'all act? How would the atmosphere, how would the energy be? because I'm gonna come in that confidence. You know, I might don't get all of the answers that you asked me right in the interview, but we can always improve on it. So what if I get one answer wrong on the interview? It's about improvement. So I want to know, how would it be like if how would it be if I come on your, how would you act towards me? And this is a question I want to know. And I'm watching Sky News a lot, like I'm watching it. So I hope to have y'all feedback and how things is. I hope to have everybody feedback. To have the feedback, and I just want to know. Just give me some answers. Send me a sign. God said I need a sign. I need a sign. I didn't need a sign, and just give me y'all. And how would you do things? How would you do things? So I want to know those things. Like, can I understand it? I really hope they listening and make a video, because I really, really, really want to know, how would you act in an interview? How would you approach the tactic? All right. So what if I have problems with businesses? What if I come to your, and how would you act? I can even go to my local office and I can ask for a job, but how would they, like I go to my local social security office, right? Like how would they ask me, how would they act with me in the interview? And I can do different things and learn, and I can get another position. How would that act? Like in years, I can get another and do things. And once I get the technique, how would those things act? I gotta know, how would you act in the, and like, I don't have to just do that, like, but I can always come back to that job title after I didn't learn and watch y'all taught me those things. How would that actually act? I want to know, and this is for the IRS, and I hope they hear me. And I want to know, how would that act? Because I'm trying not to be so emotional right now, guys. I'm trying my best not to get emotional. But how would that act? Like how would y'all act in like how would y'all size up the size of the thing? Nice to meet you. How you doing? How would y'all size it up? So how can we do those things with that situation, right? I just want to know, how would you handle that situation? Because Mary's mom would get a disability, but she used to tell me stuff. How would you handle the situation? So I want to know, how would this is approached. I really want y'all feedback. I really want y'all feedback. I'm like asking please for the RS feedback. How would they do things? So I would like really, really like their feedback, and hope that I can get a feedback from them, and how would they do things in the interview, and how they will approach the conversation. So I hope they hear me, and I just want to know. I'm watching the news all the time. I'm flicking my channel from CNN and the Sky News. I really want to know. Yeah. So that's what I want to know from the IRS. How would you approach the interview with challenges? That person don't actually have that title to he really get into a certain thing with that situation. If it's computers, if it's doing any those certain things. So I hope I get a feedback, man. I hope I get a response. Maybe gotta go on Senator Ted website and actually ask for a response, right? From y'all, right? About how would y'all act in an interview if y'all interviewing them. Maybe I gotta get that to get a feedback, not just on the YouTube, right? And how would y'all approach the conversation with challenges? How would y'all do it? So when I get off here, I'm a do it and ask a question and ask how do y'all handle of a disability interview? How would you handle the challenges and would you handle him in the interview? So how would you do that? So and that's a question that I need to know, and I think a lot of people want to know how would y'all handle interviews. So I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna give it a shot, and I'm gonna try. I'm gonna give it a shot and see if I can get the feedback that I need. I want to know what you would do. I will see y'all later.